Yeah, sure. I know I've talked a little bit about Astrolabe in past calls, but for those who haven't listened to all of them, so Astrolabe is a product that we at Resolvr are building that's built on simplicity, but currently, sadly, not open source at the moment as we're building it out and getting it launched and all that. But it is a reinsurance marketplace. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can show off the visual of it. So it's a reinsurance marketplace where investors can come in and use liquid Bitcoin to back reinsurance contracts to put collateral forward in the form of Bitcoin to earn a transparent and sustainable yield on their Bitcoin. So unlike products like BlockFi, Celsius, where it was kind of very opaque, like trust me, bro, just put your money here, earn all the yield kind of products. Like this is we're building a Bitcoin yield product for sustainable yield that I think will last far into a hyper Bitcoinized world. So as we were building this out, we realized that one of the things that seemed to be missing in the Liquid ecosystem, or I guess maybe it had been tried and nothing super fruitful came out of it, was a web wallet. So a just a wallet that you can connect to multiple different Liquid apps and have a single wallet and maybe even connect it to a Jade or have a software signer. Just being able to have that choice and be able to port it around to different apps.
Also came out of, if I can add, we originally had built this as a desktop app. So the old version of Astrolabe was a binary file that executed on your desktop. And we pivoted to be a web app because we knew that it would be more usable. It'd be much easier to demo and also more accessible since you don't have to install an app. But in doing that, we can't keep private key material, obviously, on a website. The app itself had the ability to connect to hardware wallet as well as hold its own keys. Now we had to basically move the key storage out of the website and into its own secure application. And so naturally, it just made sense to build a browser extension, which can both hold keys and also connect to a Blockstream Jade.
So the connection to the Jade is already working.
It's already working. We've
Wow.
end-to-end tested the whole thing. We did it. This is about 2 weeks of development. It works both testnet and mainnet. So we've tested it all, and we're looking forward to showing you the demo.
Oh,
So
congratulations and thank you.
Yeah. Let me first. I need to pull in my backup so I can show you the seed phrase part where we import it. We actually have a demo seed phrase we're using for this, so I don't care if it's shared. It's all testnet funds, but we can show you the mainnet feature as well.
Can I assume that in your current Astrolabe page that the risk pools are imaginary?
Yes, all you're looking at here is mock data showing what we would eventually be able to support, right? So
these do feel like very real categories of risk that people might want reinsurance.
It's well researched.
They're based on very real risks and returns. Yeah.
Oh, and I didn't. This is just more eye candy, but I didn't show this also on Astrolabe. There's a feature. This is ported from the web apps, the desktop app, into the web app. So it's called Risk Atlas, and this is actually a geodata driven feature where you can actually see all the items that are in the offerings tab in the marketplace represented here as well in 3D space. You can zoom in. You can even see if there are multiples. It'll show you a local map of where those two items are. You can zoom in further and see all the details. So like El Salvador Bitcoin Bank Crime 2026 must be a hot one. So we wanted to include that. But yes, this is all mock data. It's just an example of how this could function, and then you have the ability to purchase. These will be basically simplicity contracts. These will be tokenized assets that you'll be able to hold in your Apogee wallet.
I know that this is something that you've already done some time ago and already demoed, but I just want to say one thing I love about the reinsurance business model is that at some level, if someone had an innovative idea for how to mitigate risk on a wide scale, it could literally be a profitable business model to invest in one of these pools and then sort of do something that would make the world safer in some way, and then profit from having had the risk be lower than the insurers or insured parties anticipated.
Yeah, it's a way of aligning incentives at scale, definitely.
Yeah.
You will profit more from less bad things happening. It's a good thing.
I mean, I know that some of the traditional reinsurers have occasionally done research or efforts to like improve fire safety or something, or like, you know, large scale risk reduction. So
Yeah,
it's cool to see those incentives get aligned that way.
You can actually witness this in many electrical products. So if you look at plugs or the back of electrical items, you will see a UL with a circle on it frequently, and that stands for underwriting labs. So they help pioneer a lot of electrical safety work and govern a lot of the certifications that make it so that
that's right. That was
our
founded
electrical
by
devices
insurers.
don't blow up. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, the incentives might be to ship something that will, you know, maybe melt and set the house on fire, but hey, it's cheaper to make, so we're going to do it. But you know, things like underwriting labs and stuff like that, they pioneer those standards to make it so, yeah, our stuff's reliable, and you know, things can only be made so much worse before they don't comply with the standard.
I know when Tommy and I have met before, we've talked at some length about how cool insurance and reinsurance are, just as inventions in general.
It's the perfect thing for Bitcoin to go underwrite it.
Yeah, this is a really cool product.
All right, so
sorry,
let
I
me
know
show
you have new things to demo.
Part of the demo. So what I'm doing now, inside, so this is all inside the sidebar sections, right? So you have your Apogee icon as part of the Chrome extensions. This will also be for Firefox at some point once we get this a little further along. So I want to go and connect my hardware wallet. I'm going to choose testnet, and hopefully this will actually work, right? So now I have a window here on the left side that's saying to connect my Jade. I've already unlocked the Jade, and I've imported as a temporary signer for testnet the seed phrase. So it should identify this wallet and connect. So, yep, now it says Jade connected. And it shows the fingerprint. So I'm comparing this number is the same that's on my device.
I have a question. I know I'm the one here who works for Blockstream, which makes the Jade, but I was just talking to some colleagues a few minutes ago about whether anything special has to be done to make the Jade interact with Liquid Testnet. And someone suggested to me that when you first set it up, you may have to tell it that you want to use the testnet.
Yes. So basically you start with a blank, completely factory reset device, and you go to the menu, which is under the options settings, and there's a temporary signer option. And when you do that, it will automatically open a testnet, the testnet feature. So
I see.
Basically what I do, I have the seed phrase stored in my Blockstream mobile app, which I can then pair using the QR code. So I just go to the backups section. I don't have to copy the whole phrase. I just open the QR code, and the Jade has a camera. It can scan. I've done this a dozen times at this point. It's like second nature. So it just pulls in the seed immediately, and then you can start signing. So you can see I've already connected. It's now here on the Apogee side. I have a balance shown. I can click that your local currency if you want to. So this is now denominated in euros, and you can see all the activity. Again, all testnet activity. This also shows a test token that we obtained from the testnet faucet. So it does allow us to store tokens. We can see the asset ID in each of the line items in activity. We have the full TXID. We can even open it up into the Explorer and see the transaction history, and it pops open in Blockstream Explorer. So it's all real. This is all at live data that's coming across. And
sorry, is this also now public for people outside of Resolvr to use with testnet funds?
Yes, as of this morning, the app is available, though it's in private distribution, so there you can't find
Do we
it.
want to share a link in the chat here?
I will. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
want to
cool.
finish this part of the
It's
demo.
unlisted.
Okay, sorry.
Unlisted.
I was just
So-
thinking that I may want to demonstrate this as
we would love to have it
a further simplicity
Please.
application
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of potential for this to go a lot further. This is an early edition. So we are now back in Astrolabe. On the left side, you can see I'm in the funds page, and so I want to connect that wallet. So again, it's going to ask me to pair. So now I'm pairing the Astrolabe app. This is the website with the local wallet. So I'm hitting connect. Now you can see my balance matches on both sides. If I lock this wallet, within a couple seconds, Astrolabe will recognize that and also lock it, so I can't see the funds until I unlock. Unlocking only happens on the extension. You can't unlock it from over here, but everything else is compatible. So if I want to do any sort of transaction, I can perform that here. So let's say, for example, I want to go to the liquid testnet faucet. Let's do that. I think that's where is that? Is it probably here somewhere? I gotta find it now. Your liquid testnet. Okay. That's it.
I think /faucet
Okay.
or slash.
faucet.
Sorry,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
here,
link
I
there
found
on the
it.
top. Yeah.
I didn't have it linked in this browser. Okay, so then this is the address if I want to send some coins back or I want to receive. I have plenty of coins in here, so I'm going to just grab that address, go back to Astrolabe, and now I want to send. I'm going to send 10,000 sats back. So now I hit review. So now the Apogee wallet picks that up and it says approve and sign on Jade. Again, I don't have to have a Jade. This also can store keys locally. I'll show you that after. But now it says connect and sign. And then I have a review screen here showing me where it's going, how much, plus the fee. On the screen on the device, I also see the same address. I will hit the advance button. And I'm going to approve that transaction. And now it's going to go through. So now you see that's been approved. I can see the TXID.
How much information was your Jade able to tell you about what you were signing in this context?
It showed me the transaction amount. It showed me the address where it was going and the fees. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do that again, and I'll take a picture of it for you if you want to see. So yeah, you can see now that it's in the history. It's pending here. So this once this is done and the amount here is flashing. So now that's confirmed in the next block. Now it's not flashing anymore, and you can see it's done. I'll do that again. Same address. There it goes. Okay, so now I have it on my device. Let me see if I can just take a quick picture with my phone and share that with you. So I have it's the output one screen. It shows the to address. It shows the amount. It says peg in testnet, and then it has some other data attached to that. I will hit next, and then the next thing it shows me is the fee. And then I hit send transaction, and there it goes. So yeah, basically everything you can see on screen is shown on the device on the small screen. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for functionality. What else can you do in here? Yeah, this is just showing you if you want to double check the fingerprint with the wallet. If I look back on here inside of Astrolabe, that data is carried over, so the fingerprint matches. You can be sure that that's connected correctly. It shows me what wallet is connected, showing me the network that it's on. Also on the side here, it just shows a mini balance, and I can always disconnect that anytime I want. And then this is no longer paired anymore. What I would do here is I can reset this. And now we're back to completely fresh wallet again. And then this time, if I want to just create a new one, I can create a mainnet wallet, for example. Put in a password. That's an 8-digit minimum password it verifies. Hit create wallet. Now I've got a seed phrase. I'll just copy that, even though I'm never going to use it. And now I can see that here. I no longer have the testnet badge. Now it's mainnet. No funds in the wallet. If I connect it from Astrolabe, it will also see that now as so shows its software wallet, no longer showing the Blockstream Jade icon up here. And you can see it's mainnet because there's no testnet badge. So we've tested this, both mainnet and testnet, sending funds back and forth multiple times, restoring, deleting and restoring the wallet